In Paris, Anna and Valentin's kissing is interrupted by a knock at their hotel door. Anna answers it, and a blonde French woman heads straight for Valentin and kisses him. Valentin introduces his old acquaintance Renee to Anna. He insists if there is a way into Victor's lair through the catacombs, Renee will help them find it. Anna and Valentin quickly turn the conversation to rescuing Lucy. Renee assures them that she can get them into Victor's lair. She tells Valentin she'll make the arrangements and departs, leaving him with lipstick on his cheeks from her goodbye kisses. Alone, Anna smears the lipstick off his face to clean him up. Valentin explains nothing is going on between him and Renee any longer, which Anna knows. He says he and Renee worked together in the past on some smash and grab crimes. He was in it for the money, and she was in it for the thrill. Anna wonders if they can trust Renee. Valentin says with Lucy's life at stake, they don't have time to find anyone else. On the streets of Paris, Renee meets with Victor's man. She asks him to ask Victor how much it's worth to him to have Anna and Valentin served up on a platter. Israel's national football is missing something #bring them back later. Renee returns to the hotel room and tells Valentin she has everything ready to rescue the prisoner. Valentin tells Anna that it's now or never, so Anna says it's now. Esme is taken to Spring Ridge and waits in the common area until she's to be shown to her room. Heather approaches her and tells her that everything will be all right. Esme asks who she is. Heather replies, "I'm your mate." She says they all look out for one another here. Heather introduces herself and tries to reassure Esme that this place is far better than Pentonville or Darkham. Heather suggests they get to know one another better. Heather tells Esme if they stick together, they can help one another. However, she advises Esme to avoid one inmate, Ryan Chamberlain, who is as sick as they come. Esme asks Heather what she did to get locked up. Heather explains she loved too much, especially her sons. She says one is in the slammer, and one is 6 feet under. However, she has another child, a daughter, who sadly was taken from her. When Esme wishes someone would take her baby, Heather grabs her wrists and tells her not to say that. Esme cries she's hurting her. Heather quickly apologizes and asks if Esme's picked out any names or knows if she's having a boy or a girl. Esme says she just met her, and this baby is none of her business. Heather can see she cares about that child as much as she cares about hers. The guard tells Esme her room is ready, so she heads off with the guard. Heather yells down the hall at her, "I'll be here when you need me." At Kelly's, Spencer reads the news on his phone that Esme was sentenced to Spring Ridge. Ava arrives, and Spencer thanks her for agreeing to meet him. Spencer explains his plan to take custody of his father and Esme's baby. He doesn't want to see his father destroy that child's life, as he did theirs. Spencer again admits he was wrong in judging her for marrying his father, and assuming he could fix things with his father if she was out of the way. He knows now his father was the one to blame for their poor relationship. Spencer explains he's hired Diane to gain custody of the baby and save it from both of his or her parents. He tells Ava if he's going to go up against his father, he can't do it alone. Ava warns him that Nicholas will fight dirty, and he will need someone who is willing to fight dirty too. She agrees to help him. Nina and Sunny arrive at General Hospital, so Nina can be further tested to see if she is a match for Willow. Nina admits it's hard to wrap her head around what has happened, and she can't lose Willow now. Sunny promises to move heaven and earth to make sure Willow pulls through. In her room, Willow tells TJ she's decided to move forward and have the baby early. TJ gets a page that Nina has arrived for the follow-up tests. He leaves, and Willow tells Michael that she still can't believe the news about Nina and how much their family now depends on her. Michael can't help but think if they had known sooner this whole thing. Suddenly, Michael spots Carly standing outside looking in. Michael steps out and asks Carly what she's doing here. Carly explains she was on her way home, but didn't want to take the coward's way out by not facing what she did. Michael tells her that Nina is here to see if she's a match, and he doesn't want her to cause more tension for Willow. Willow hears Carly's voice and calls her in. Willow says they've learned the hard way what keeping silent leads to. Carly explains that's why she came to say she's sorry. Carly cries to Willow if she could go back to the night she found out the truth about Nina. She swears if she knew what Willow was facing that she wouldn't have kept the truth from her. Willow asks, even though it's Nina, the woman who took everything from you? Carly says Nina took nothing from her. Sonny made his choice, and the Metro Court was just real estate. They mean nothing compared to her and her baby, and all she wanted to do was protect her. Michael tells his mother to call what she did what it was, revenge. Willow asks to talk to Carly alone. Michael leaves them, and Carly tells Willow to say whatever she wants to and don't hold back. Willow knows Carly has always had her back, and she knows she'd never deliberately hurt her, Michael, or Wiley. However, she owed it to her to tell her the truth about Nina the minute she learned it. Willow says she's not glass. She is a survivor. Carly admits she did the one thing she'd hate if it was done to her. She didn't trust her enough to stand up for herself. She asks Willow if she could find it in her heart to forgive her. Willow says she already has. Carly sobs and thanks Willow, saying she loves her as if she was her own. Carly leaves Willow to get some rest, but not before saying she's praying that Nina comes through for her and her baby. Willow says, so do I. Sonny and Nina go down to the lab with TJ and a nurse. Sonny takes a second in private with Nina. He's worried about what Carly did to her and how she's taking it. She says she won't forget what Carly did, but she's focused on this gift that has been given to her right now. She says Willow needs her, no matter how she feels about her. She admits she needs Willow just as much. Later, Sonny stops by to visit Willow as he heard she wanted to see him. Willow can't believe she's going to say this, but asks how Nina is. He explains she's being tested as they speak. She knows there is a chance she may not be here in the future, and if that happens, she asks Sonny to work to win Michael's forgiveness. She knows they need each other. Sonny says he will do what he can, and she needs to take care of his grandchild. Michael goes to the chapel to pray for Willow, the baby, and Wiley. He also prays for Nina to be a match. Michael turns his head and sees his mother enter. Carly offers to leave, but Michael says Willow needs all their prayers. She tells him that he is all Willow needs, but wonders if there is still room in his heart for her. Michael tells Carly he knows what she wants to hear, but he can't deal with her now. All he can focus on is Willow, and he leaves to be with her. Back in the lab, TJ tells Nina she need not wait around as the results will take time to process. Nina asks what happens next. He explains the transplant procedure to her, which won't happen until after Willow gives birth and has another round of chemo. Michael heads back to Willow's room and asks if there has been news. She hasn't heard if Nina is a match yet or not. Michael tells Willow that she might have been able to forgive his mom, but he's not sure he can. Back in the chapel, Sonny walks in and finds Carly sitting there. On the next General Hospital, Portia and Curtis ask Marshall for help with their wedding ceremony. Joss tells Spencer she'd never ask him to choose sides, but it seems he already has. Cam yells at someone to stop fighting his battles for him. Dex says to somebody that he just needs this all to be over. Nina cries to Obrecht that time is slipping by so fast. Sonny tells Carly that she can lie to herself, but she can't lie to him. Michael doesn't know if he'll ever be able to forgive his mother.